welcome to my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette and this is going to be your love reading for the new moon in Taurus on the 26th of April 2017. So let's see what else is going on. It's in Taurus again, so we've got that with the Mercury retrograde, which I've done a video for that if you want to check that out, which is for the 5th of oh, my mind's gone blank, 5th of April to May the 5th, I think, or something like that. Check it out, but it's in Taurus. I meant to put Taurus on there. So we're really working with that archetypal energy, and which is, you know, the Taurian is all about around stability and steadfastness and value. It's under Venus, I believe. You know, it's about value and quality, that sort of thing. So thank you for your likes, shares and subscribing, comments and your emails. I really do appreciate it. It lets me know it's, you know, we're connected, and well, yeah, it lets me know that we're connecting and things are resonating, etc. Okay, let's get into this one and see how the story's going to unfold. So I'm in my bedroom again this time, so fingers crossed something's changing. Let's have a look. So for our highest good, what are the most important messages around this new moon in Taurus, 26th of April 2017? Let's see what's going on, if there's a continuation. Most important messages. Right, we've got the 7 of Cups come up. I think that was in the Libra one. Yeah, the Libra full moon, was it? Yeah, I've done so many just lately, I don't know where I am. Yeah, the Libra full moon one, I think it was down here and it had the heart on it, so it's about choices. So that's coming from that full moon now, and now we'll be going to the, which is today actually, the full moon is today in Libra. It's the 10th stroke 11th, so I'm doing it today on the 10th. So interesting, because there can be accidents around the full moon, and I was actually driving over to my daughter's on Saturday, and there was a motorbike accident, because there's a lot of them that were on their bikes, because it was a lovely day, really lovely day, first really hot day we've had, so everybody was out. And then it's the Mercury retrograde as well, so which was the next day, yesterday started, and there you go, accidents already, and arguments I witnessed. So yeah, I can see it already developing, so you've got to clear communication, you know, because I noticed that also, that there isn't clear communication going on, and then that creates misunderstanding, because one of them, there was that misunderstanding there, but it was in the past. So got to be really, really clear about how you're communicating over the next 3 weeks. So right, this is all about choices, and it looks like there's options, you know, that there's been choices, because this represents the past. So there's been choices, there's been options, and you know, each cup, especially in this deck, it's just different lessons, because you've got the rainbow, you've got the butterfly, all sorts on here, and each path just means a different lesson really. But these are cups, so it's to do with your emotional life. But he is like a wizard, and he he's got the moon, he's got all the sort of astrological signs on his coat and his hat, and you know, his head's in the cloud. So I suppose they're saying, in a way, be careful if your head's in the cloud, where relationships are concerned, if you're not seeing reality, is possibly what they're saying. The new moon is all about new beginnings, you know, a new cycle. So that what happened in that Libra full moon, from today up until, you know, the next couple of weeks, then this is what it comes to. It was there, and it was about a choice around love. So, you know, I get these out so that you can have a heads up, not to take your power away, but just to, you know, see what's going on, really. But he sort of puts his hands out and he's warning, but we'll see what the other cards say on it. It's like, you know, choose careful wisely. You know, be really, you know, careful. You can tell it's a Mercury retrograde. I can't get my words out. I'm not speaking clearly. So I think it's because it's in here, and now those cards look so far away. Let's see if we can zoom in, and I might just ruin this now, but there we go. So let's see if that's better. Oh, we've got this back again. The four of coins, pentacles. So it's around this, because this is all about holding on, but you know, it's also about you know, saving, because you've got to save for rainy days, but you've also got to live your life. I saw, you know, Saturday, a big sign with one life, live it, and you know, just get on with it, enjoy yourself, enjoy the moment. In the meantime, I can't remember her name, I can't even pronounce it, the one who's on Oprah Winfrey a lot, Yvonne Vance, a little something, you know, she had a book out called In the Meantime, and I really resonated with that. And it's in between, you know, your single cycles, and your single cycles are there for a reason, and to reflect and to learn about, you know, what went on in your other relationships, so that you can do it differently this time. But this is all about holding on. This can be the miser card, you know, whether it's masculine or feminine, even though it's masculine on here. It's somebody that, you know, it's about emotions, because we've got the Seven of Cups here. So maybe it's about, and now it's going to be too near, technology for you. So maybe it's about, you know, holding on too tightly, because it's like a warning. He's warning either this person, because that can be holding on emotionally, and being tight-fisted emotionally is probably what it's saying at this moment in time. So something around that is like a warning emotionally. If you hold on too tightly, then, you know, you're not going to receive the love that you want. So, or this person certainly isn't going to. So either way, oh, I'm laughing to myself because it doesn't matter. Right, Two of Swords. So yeah, because this is about being blind to something, because she's got the blindfold on. She's got the swords, so it's to do with the mental realm, you know, the mind, communication. She sat down though. She's got her back to the water, so back to the emotions. So it's a bit like, this card is about whether to listen to your head or to listen to your heart. It's really difficult. And when, you know, because she's crossing, putting her arms over her heart, and it's like saying, I don't want to see something. It is a bit like the Eight of Swords, but that's more self-imprisoned. She's sat down and she's turned her back on something. She, he, it doesn't matter. It'll be different for everybody, but yeah, she's like protecting her heart because of something that's happened, and being fearful of putting those swords down, But blindfolded, it can also mean that you need to trust your intuition in something and not go with what you can see, because she can't see. But yeah, this is usually a choice between the head and the heart, and there's something you've got to do, because what comes next is the 3, which is the 3 of Swords, which is that heartbreak, which is the piercing of the heart, because all 3 swords go through the red heart. So it's the actual piercing of it. This is maybe an awareness of betrayal, but where betrayal is concerned, it's because the betrayal happens because we've actually betrayed ourselves. We've either been deceiving ourselves about something, a situation or a relationship, and then what you get next. This is like in fear as well of what to say, because it's a sense of, oh well, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to experience the 3 of Swords. So it could be based on fear, which is false evidence appearing real. That's why Taurus is all about being really, really grounded. And I'm just trying to think what that Mercury retrograde one was about. I think it was the Emperor, and there was an invitation or news, because the flowers was there, something about an invitation. I think the 8 of Swords was there actually, not him not wanting to see something, yeah, or send an invitation or something. And that's whether it's somebody that you know or somebody you've just met. It feels like there's something to do with communication and either allowing the past to affect you. So you don't want to make a decision because you don't want to experience the 3 of Swords, what's next again. So it can be that. It can be different ways of looking at it. But it's saying that it's to do with this holding on pattern, which is in the here and now. This is the action that's going on due to an emotional choice. Can't see the cards there, can you? So, oh, well, this is around the Empress, and she's all about Venus, actually, ruled by Venus. So we still got the Venus retrograde coming into it, having her say, because Venus is Aphrodite, the goddess of love. We've got a rabbit down here. Now this is to do with cycles, you see, and usually within, because we're talking about the moon here, so it's like saying within 28 days, if you don't know what to do with your past, and you're not certain, then within 28 days these cycles are going to show you, because then within 28 days the Venus retrograde would have finished. Okay, it will be in the integration phase, but it would have finished. So within 28 days you'll know what to do. And rabbits are all about you know, they make up the ground because they hop. They make up the ground. So even, because this is to do with the past, so even if you feel things have been stagnant and maybe missed opportunities, that it's saying you can go over old ground and you'll catch up quickly. So, but she's all about the home. It's like nurturing. She's just such a great nurturer. She's heavily pregnant here, so it's about giving birth to something on an emotional level, making the choices. You know, she does show up when to do with pregnancy, and around the home, to do with the business, because it doesn't have to be a physical birth, to do with, you know, whatever creativity. It's very creative, this card. That could be cooking, writing, music, anything at all. So making jewellery, whatever it is, very creative. And so it can mean about running a business from a home. So you're doing both, especially if you're self-employed and getting something going, or you have been. But she represents the mother. She's very earthly, the earth mother, so very, very sensual and very, I'm just trying to think of the other goddess, but very down to earth, very warm and loving. But yeah, she's all about creativity and building something. So there's a choice, or there was a choice, to be a mother, even on an emotional level. For some, it was about being a mother, making a choice to be a mother. Oh, we've got the heart of the matter is the Two of Cups. So this is all about partnership, and it can be business partnerships or relationships. But yeah, it's usually, because it's on the emotional level, it's to do with the heart, it's to do with romance, and the readings are about that mainly. So and then it shows us maybe how we're getting in our own way, or other people are interfering. But you know, he puts his right hand on her left hand, so he's given of himself and she's receiving. And then, you know, there's a celebration, there's a knock of the cups, as though to say, you know, let's celebrate. And this can come under, if you know, it's about reconciliation. Sometimes it can, it shows up, but we'll see what the other cards say. But there's something about, you know, needing to nurture this relationship, this partnership, but at the moment there's something, you know, that holding on pattern is this is the atmosphere around it is interfering, because this is what's at the heart of the matter, something around this, and we'll get some more cards out. So we've got some reverse ones now. Well, we've got the Star, which is the Major Arcana 2 with the Empress. So what's it trying to say to me? It's in reverse. This is upright. It's like it's seeing the end, the light at the end of the tunnel, and you know, a fresh start. This card is about hope. It's about hope. So, and you know, the Stork is about an event, an invitation, movement, even though it is sat there while she's pouring the water from the jugs. But you know, this is astrological. The stars represent that, the heavens, but she's naked and bearing all, but she does have her back to us. Very confident to be naked, stood there naked in your emotions, that is, symbolically in your emotions, and bearing all. But yeah, upright, it is about a fresh start, a new beginning, hope for a, you know, it's still night time, but the stars are there, which give hope. But in reverse, you see, that can be about false hope, or not sure whether to go down a certain path. In reverse, you know, sometimes being blind to what a relationship is about, and it is under the Two of Swords, which is suggesting that maybe not seeing something clearly to do with the relationship. Bear with me, I've not got much room. Oh, and we've got, there we go, we've got the Eight of Swords come up, but it is in reverse. So, and it was there on the other one, above the Emperor, but in reverse. This is all, again, the blindfolds. So we've got blindfolds around, because this is what's dominant, is this one in the middle, and that in reverse is like, what's the word I'm trying to get? Blind faith, blind hope, like false hope, and in reverse, because that's about self-imposed self-imposed, and then it's just even more dramatic, I suppose, in that sense, because it's in the shadow form of just being powerless and feeling that you just can't get out of a situation, really. But we'll see what the other cards say. That is representing the past. So let's just go out a bit. There we go. Yeah, we've got the Lovers card, so we've got the 2. That's very powerful, because I mean, this is this card, but that's more like on the mundane, and then you've got the Major Arcana. So this is about a choice, and that is the choice card as well on an emotional level. So there's something coming to a tipping point. I'm getting a tipping point around love, around this particular relationship, and it's a major choice. Is it between 2 people? Because we've got 2. We've got two. The 2 of Swords up there. Is it that the head and the heart thing, this 2 of Swords, is about 2 people? You know, between 2 people. It could be, because it's about a choice. So it could be 2 people, or it could be just, do I stay or do I go? Because of this holding on to emotions, this pattern here, and not being able to free yourself. So that could be like an obsession. If you're obsessing over a relationship, then, you know, that, because that's self-imposed, you can free yourself, and you know, you've got to want to do that. And then this was the one that was in the center with I think it's the Libra full moon, was it, or was it the Saturn one? I can't remember. But this is in reverse. So yeah, this is not this is about owning your emotions, new feelings, and happy. Something's bubbling, you know, something's brewing, even psychic powers. It can be a child, you know, for those that who do have children, but it's in reverse. This is like, this isn't happening. The water's stagnant, and you know, when the water becomes stagnant and it doesn't move, it gets all gooey and smelly, and you know, because this is all about movement, the stalk, and that's in reverse also. So there seems some mucky waters, due to false hope. In other words, having hope around a situation when maybe not to, because these are the 2 that are in reverse down here. All 3 are in reverse. So what's that saying? It's all to do with freeing yourself emotionally, because that's about innocence. Freeing yourself around hoping about something or losing hope, something like that. They'll be different for everybody. See what's going on underneath. Well, we've got the Priest come back up again. So on that other one, it was in reverse, and it was about not conforming, because this is all about institutions. It's like it's religion. It's about following the rules of certain groups and initiations and teachings. It's about teachings and knowledge. So maybe it is about finding a teaching, or finding some sort of spiritual way, so that you can, you know, maybe it is time to find a new spiritual way, or a new way of seeing something for your life. or even change if you are, you know, if you do follow a certain religion or spirituality, be open to anything. But yeah, it's about counsel, you know, it's about counsel and advice and advice. It's around that. So we'll get some more cards out so that we can find out and go a bit deeper as to what the cards are trying to say to us. For our highest good, what are the most important messages that complements the tarot cards? Well, this is a woman on this one. It was a man on the other one. So this is about the feminine. So she's the one that's having to make a choice, or had to make a choice, maybe around that full moon in full moon in Libra. Maybe it was around that, to do with an emotional choice, but it's definitely the feminine is needing to make this choice, is what they're saying. And you know, he's cautioning her. Let's see what the heart of the matter, because this is the energies coming in, so hence why it represents the past. Doesn't always have to. So we got the key does keep coming up, and it's such a positive card. And this is the heart of the matter. But you see, the key to the situation is a coupling, a coming together, a partnership of some kind is what's at the heart of the matter. You know, this key is about success. And basically, that's what it's about. So maybe not making a choice is causing a problem, is causing problems where it shouldn't do. Yeah, maybe not making a choice, because sometimes you know, it's like even making a choice is action, even though we don't think it is. So I think the woman is not making a choice. I think it's the woman, the feminine, that's not making a choice or being very cautious around a choice because of something that happened, maybe, whether that's in a relationship or somebody new's coming in and then, you know, holds on, that holding on pattern again out of fear to let somebody new into her heart space. So definitely around the feminine. I think maybe there's been some, I'm sensing, because that represents a mother, so maybe there's been some mother issues and you know, not good parenting skills, and the wounded child and that sort of thing around that. I'm sensing as to why, you know, maybe the feminine doubts themselves, doubts their own intuition, maybe because they've been put down as a child. Oh, but this is movement, to do with this. Oh, well, this is about, maybe I was getting your ship coming in. Remember that 3 of wands, which was about waiting for your ship to come in, but being proactive. But it looks like this person's waiting to go on a trip, or is saving to go on a trip, is not wanting to fork out for a trip, a holiday, something like that, maybe something like that. But this again is movement, but it's like going on a trip, and it's on the water, so it's about the emotions again. So it could be symbolic, but physically it could mean that, because it's very much about that, a journey, going on a journey. to do with this woman, and this choice. Maybe, well, that's to do with security, and that's like the boat and the anchor. The boat and the anchor is like putting down something. You know, you need the anchor. You're free to ride the seas. The anchor's got to go up to be free. Remember, we're talking about freedom and self-imposed prisons, I think, maybe, for the feminine, because we've got that there. I think a legacy, a family legacy, a pattern of a putting down concerning the mother, and then that's caused a block or a problem, because this is about sailing the seas. This is about, you know, putting the anchor down, because otherwise the boat will just keep going on the waters if you don't put the anchor down. And it's symbolic, reading it symbolically. But yeah, what's this saying? Because this is about standing your ground sort of thing, and one of the cards was that. But it's also very much around security. You know, anchoring something. Maybe because she's in two minds, you see. This is like being in two minds. I'm just getting in two minds. Don't know. It will be, when is it? The 26th. Yeah, so it's still be Mercury retrograde. It's like, do I, don't I? Do I, don't I? I don't know. Is this still the same pattern? You know, she's wanting emotional security. He's concerned, I think the masculine's concerned about the physical security, the financial security, but the woman is wanting the emotional security, but he's emotionally holding on. But there is some movement, so that could be travel, so that could be to do with people, a woman maybe choosing, the feminine choosing to go towards someone, and that might concern you know, moving, going on a trip, maybe for people that are a distance. It could represent something like that. Let's have a look. Oh, this is like stagnant situations. So yeah, that's what I felt. I felt there was some murky waters, and the ship has come up. There was something about murky waters or stagnant energy, but it's symbolic to emotionally. It is. That's what it feels like. There's something like it's not clear, fresh water flowing. It's like murky and stagnant. So I don't know what that's saying there. Let's go on and see what else. Yeah, that's around the thoughts, you see. So this is around the thoughts. So, you know, you could be thinking, oh, this is just hopeless. This situation is just hopeless. It's just never going to work. It's just this, and all the negativity is coming in. It's like you've got to be really, really clear about what it is that you want. Otherwise, you know, that the law of attraction, as in, you know, if you're thinking that way, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and then it happens. So you've got to be really, really clear. But yeah, this is like in the mind, and saying, because of the Two of Swords there, I think there's going to be a choice of some kind, and it's in two minds, don't know what to do, don't know which way to go. Oh, and then the man has shown up again, and he's on this one, which I think is connected to there, but we'll get some more cards out on there. Well, this is like somebody she's waiting to be rescued, waiting to be freed, when she can do it herself. All she's got to do, because it's very loose, you know, the castle's at the back, but to get to the castle she's got to turn around and actually swim the moat. That goes back to Eat, Pray, Love. And you know, when she's speaking to the guy in India, Richard, and he's saying, you know, what, you come here? And she's saying, I just want peace. And he said, you just want peace? We've got to swim the moat to get to the castle. You know, so you've got to do the work. And that's, you don't know what's in there. Crocodiles, which is your shadow side, you know, to swim to get to the castle. The castle is your peace, is your peace of mind, is your, because she's not at peace there, even though that's a card that comes under peace. Around security, around stability, around putting down some roots, you know. But the sword of truth is right in front of her concerning this situation, and the, you know, the Four of Swords is where that one was about truce and putting your, even if that's with yourself, with your own mind, and you know, going back and forth in your mind, you haven't got that peace because you know, around the situation. But the sword of truth is there. Her, you know, she's just got to speak it. She's just got to speak it by really feeling those deep emotions and speaking it. You know, this something to do with this man, the masculine, and wanting him to free her. I don't know, or it's him. It could be because he was there in the other readings. He was where the woman was. Could be that he's freeing himself. It could be showing up as that. We'll get some cards out on him, and then we can see. But there's a stagnant situation in between, to do with a mother, or there's something blocking this couple from coming together, and that is the past. So maybe something happened around a mother situation. That could be a mother that had passed. So whether it's to do with being a step parent, and this couple and the child, you know, involved, it's caused complications. So it could be that could be one scenario. But there's definitely something that needs to be freed and looked at. And this is to do, again, this is a guy that's got money, and it keeps repeating itself because it was at the top before. So this is a person who's got money, or it's to do with business, or they have their own business. But it's about investing, you know, it represents investing. So it's about investing in this relationship, or a relationship. If you've been single for a long time, they're saying, you know, it's about getting out there and being open to it, and taking responsibility, and investing. This is a marriage, so, you know, money, finances would come into it that way. But it could be this chap has got a business, could be something like that. And this work trip, or planning this trip in the here and now, is the key to success financially. And maybe that is a holiday, because that's a couple. And then we've got the friendship card come up again. So, and this can come up when this can show up, especially if we've got either the flowers or the dog. This shows up as a little girl, or a girl, feminine energy. So this could be a child, actually, comes under Pisces. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. upright, very psychic. They're very psychic, but in reverse, they're coming from the shadow. So when that was in the middle one, even though I was saying about psychic abilities and that, which was the key to success, it's back there again to do with the relationship. But this can also be a child that's very much in its tantrum side, emotionally immature, because it's showing that this is a child, possibly a girl, a young girl. I can't put a name on it, not a name on it, age on it, but possibly a young child. So or in some circumstances it could mean that, you know, you need to be more friendly, more open, more friendly to the to a person. So it will be different for people, different situations. But yeah, something about what's your thoughts, losing faith or hope around a situation, to do with the house has come back up. I can't remember which other one it was now, but the house has come back up. So this is about tradition, so a traditional home, you know, a traditional home, a traditional setting, feeling at home. So it could be spiritual, as in feeling at home, choosing a spiritual path or a religious path that makes you feel at home, you know, because you need to feel at home within yourself. A house, a physical house, isn't going to provide that. You know, a house, you can be free in a house, or you can be trapped in four walls. So it doesn't necessarily mean freedom. So there's something around that, about feeling at home in your own castle sort of thing. But this is it feels like a traditional home, whatever that means, traditional, around a traditional home, because it's about institutions, traditional marriage, so that could be marriage again showing up. But let's have a look, see what these cards want to say. We'll put some on him, the man, and then we'll put some on her and see what that's about. But it's both in the past, look, so something to do with a relationship from the past that's affecting. Yeah, so let's have a look. Oh, we got that Nine of Cups again. That was in reverse. Was that the Mercury retrograde? That was in reverse, but the flowers was on top. And this is about battles to do with him. So this is about coming up with a new idea, coming up, freeing himself, and coming up with a new idea. And around a disappointment to do with a wish that he wanted, the masculine wanted, because this is very much victory, because it links in with the Six of Wands, so very much to do with victory. But on a thinking, it's something about Mercury and very much about thoughts for this reading. So you've really got to watch your thoughts and watch how you're communicating, because the swords are about communication, and this is in reverse. So around this wish fulfilled, you know, a desire that he has, where he feels he's had to protect himself, because like I said, the Six of Wands is there, which is the laurel wreath again. There have been some form of victory, but now there's like a having to defend his position. So maybe he feels he has to defend his position to do with either that's the either that might be, you know, the mother of his children, but maybe he's not with that person, or doesn't want to be with that person, but it's around this wish. He's got to come up with a new idea to turn this card upright and to turn this up. So he has to free himself from something and come up with a new idea, a new plan of some sort. The masculine does. So let's have a look at the feminine, and then we'll get some angel cards out. Look at the feminine. Oh, so it's to do with her, because she's right next to it. So we've got the Four of Coins comes back up. But that could be saving for a trip. That might resonate with about an emotional choice, but to do with the trip and maybe saving, and then all the efforts on saving, and maybe there's I don't know, in two minds whether to stay or whether to go. Something around that for her. Oh, well, yeah, to do with the relationship. There you go, the Two of Cups there. But the key is on the relationship itself. Like I was saying, there's either a situation where there's a choice between two people, or your past is affecting a new situation, and, you know, ex-partners of other people, you know, the mother of the masculine's children, if there's children involved. There seems to be something happening, but this relationship is blessed. Yeah, it's about she's needing to go, or she was needing to go within, and listen to her inner teacher, her inner voice, rather than the outer teacher, that can represent a priest, counsel, an advisor, and relying on knowledge that way. Or to go in for her next step, she needs to go within the hermit stage, be quiet, or definitely that to get to make the right choice around for her. But whether she's done that, or she'll be doing that from the full moon to the new moon, and then hence why it's showing that, because then that would represent the past, and it would work in with the other cards as well. So let's have a look, see what's this the dog's about, this little girl, and then we'll move on. Yeah, something to do around, because that's a celebration, and, you know, that's completion. It's a really brilliant card, and, well, it's gatherings, it's everything being perfect, really, if there's such a thing. But, you know, yeah, definitely give and take, around giving and taking. You know, happy home life, that can represent a house as well, and it's give and take. And so whether you need to be, you know, whether you need to be that and be more friendly towards somebody where you've given up hope on them, due to insecurities around stability, whether to stay, whether to go, or something like that, because there's your new beginning there. Or it's to do with the child. It could be to do with the child that's blocking that from happening. So, because there's your new emotional beginning there, and it's all around give and take, giving and taking, and it's not, that's in reverse, so there could be a delay on it due to that. But let's have a look, see what the romance angels want to say. My voice is starting to go. for our house good, what is the most important messages we need to know? So a bit of murky waters. It feels like there's a bit of murky waters to go through. A bit of clearing to go through. So the romance angels are saying about being attractive, which basically you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And like I was saying earlier, it's about like, oh, I can't remember what it was I said about, but it is really about enjoying the moment, like when the sun came out, and you just got to go out there and enjoy it and fully be in the moment, not be worrying, because worrying can cause things to happen that maybe, you know, they wouldn't have, or what's going to work out is going to work out, what's going to happen is going to happen, whether you worry about it or not. So there seems to be a lot of worrying going on at the moment. But yeah, be in the moment, live your life, take time to smell the roses, you know, sit down and enjoy the small things in life, and basically live your life, one life, live it. And you know, life is not a rehearsal. Stop, you know, you've got to be proactive, you've got to be living your life and being happy to attract the right love, or for the love that you're in, for it to be, you know, going up to another level, so that you're both happy, really. And it's all about letting go of control issues, and that basically is, it says allow this situation to unfold naturally, and it's about allowing something to grow organically, or for it to unfold organically, you know, instead of controlling it, like I was saying in the other ones, you know, especially if you're intuitive and you get an inkling about something or someone, or where your life path is heading, and then, you know, you jump the gun, and it might not be in the right time. So it's feeling like, you know, we've got to get through that Venus retrograde, but not be fearful of it. Don't go and hide. Go out, enjoy yourself. Don't be attached to any outcomes. Get through the Mercury retrograde, because, you know, you've got to integrate the lessons that you learn, and then maybe there's clearer waters after it. But don't control anything, or try and control the outcome of a situation, is what they're saying. Let go of control issues, and the way you do that, you know, is having heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. But that is both. But on this picture, it's very much she's wanting to, like I say before, you know, she's holding his hand, he's focused on here, he's not looking at her. The angels are Cupid's trying to help, but she's focused on him, and expressing her feelings. And like I say, with the masculine, you need to hold their hand or their lap or something, and just to get them out of their minds into their bodies, so that they can connect with their hearts. Because, you know, there is the masculine a certain way, women a certain ways, and, you know, it's about getting to know somebody and how they behave, you know, even if their behavior is reactive and from childhood. You know, by learning to get to know someone, you then have the power, you've got empowerment to say something a different way, or act a different way to something they've said, and then you start healing the relationships. But it looks like there needs to be a heart-to-heart conversation when the time comes. Don't know when that will come. Let's see what these cards want to say. Oh, what was I saying? When the time comes, and then we've got divine timing. So this is very much like the attraction card. You know, like I said, live in the moment, Let go of worry, because worry is just not going to get you anywhere. Be detached, be the observer, your inner and outer world, so that you can calm those obsessive thoughts down about a situation, and allow things to unfold naturally. You know, like, what's going to happen is going to happen in the perfect time and space, and you just have no power over it whatsoever. So there's just no point in worrying about it or trying to coerce it or make something happen, because it's just not going to. I think that all you've got to do is show up when it does show up. Like I said, you just don't know when that's going to be, and have that heart-to-heart conversation when it shows up, but you have no power over when that's going to be. And what message do we need to know on a more grounded level? Financial flow. So because we've got that 4 of coins there, and it's actually on her there to do with the relationship, it feels like, I think the feminine is the one that's struggling maybe financially, and or emotionally, because that can represent both, holding on to both, or but it says financial flow. So trusting the divine timing, also to do with a relationship, and to do with your financial flow as well, if you know, if that's a situation for you, either for it to get you out of a situation, or you know, whether you're in a relationship or not. So yeah, it's your financial situation is going to another level, is what they're saying. More abundance is coming your way, but again, it will be in the perfect time. And if you want to ask your question to do with this reading, and they will try and answer you the best they can. Oh, it's a yes with an exclamation mark. This is like, you don't need to sift through anything else. It's a yes. It's a full stop. It's a yes. Whatever this situation is, and what it turns out to be, it's a yes for you. A definite yes with an exclamation mark. It just depends what question you ask yourself. I meant to say pause your video, but those that watch me, they know anyway what's coming. So, and the last message to finish on is the heart of the matter. Well, what's at the heart of the matter is this: key to success. There is more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what that is all about. So there's more going on, because this is the environment. There's more going on than you realize, or even can see, if you're not in the actual situation, or it's going on around you. This could be, you know, to do with your own family. You might not be going through it, but somebody else might be. Take a moment to get to the real issues in this situation, hence why they say let go of control issues and have a heart-to-heart conversation, because that's the only thing that's gonna change it. Yeah, take a moment to get to the real issues in this situation. Sometimes at the very heart of the situation lies the truth of what is going on. Be honest and willing to do whatever is necessary to take care of this. So either way, that's your answer. You've got to get to the heart of the matter, because I felt murky waters, and you know, something not flowing, and you've got to really get to the heart of the matter, and you can only do that, because that's what's at the heart of the matter there, to have success by having a heart-to-heart conversation with this person. Okay then, there you go. I hope that helps, and I'll be back here for the full moon. I might come back with the elementals for, where are we, April now, aren't we? So it'll be for May. I'll see. Okay then, until then, reach out. Please like, share and subscribe. It's your gift back to me. Lots of love. Namaste.